Welcome back to Cold World Files, where we dive into the darkest corners of the paranormal. Tonight, we're unraveling a spine-chilling story, sent in by one of you, a young woman named Emily, who faced the unexplainable during her stay at the Madrona. From ghostly giggles to shadowy figures, her tale will make you question what lingers in Sonoma's wine country. Grab a blanket, hit that subscribe button, and let's step into the fog. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma County, Healdsburg is a postcard-perfect town, known for its rolling vineyards, but beneath the charm lies a darker side. Madrona stands as a relic of Victorian elegance and a hotspot for paranormal activity. This sprawling mansion, now a boutique hotel, many of whom leave with stories of restless spirits. Emily, a 24-year-old history buff and Cold World Files fan, booked a weekend at the Madrona last summer. Drawn by its beauty and whispers of haunt, she'd heard tales of Hannah Paxton, the widow who lived there until her death in 1902, and a mysterious young girl seen wandering the halls.
Is skeptical,
but curious, Emily chose room 101. Little did she know, she was about to experience something she'd never forget. Emily's first day at the Madrona was idyllic. She strolled through the estate's lush gardens, sipped local wine on the veranda, and marveled at the mansion's antique charm, ornate creaky staircases and portraits with eyes that seemed to follow you. But that night, as she settled into room 101, the atmosphere shifted. Around 2 a.m., Emily woke to a strange sound. It came from the window, rhythmic and deliberate, like someone or something was trying to get her attention. Thinking it might be a branch, she crept to the window. The vineyard beyond was shrouded in fog, motionless under the moonlight. No branches, no wind, just silence. The tapping stopped when she opened the curtains, but the room felt a cold, prickling sensation crawled up her spine. She turned, expecting nothing, but the corner of the room seemed darker, like a shadow that didn't belong. Emily laughed it off as nerves and climbed back into bed. The next day, Emily tried to shake the unease. She explored Healdsburg's quaint streets and returned to the Madrona for dinner, where staff shared casual ghost stories about the mansion. One mentioned a young girl, possibly tied to the Paxton family. Emily smiled, but her stomach twisted. She hadn't mentioned the tapping to anyone yet. That night, things got weirder. Around midnight, Emily was reading in bed when her phone, charging on the nightstand, not a vibrate or a slip it, slid smoothly across the table. Her heart raced. She checked the table. Flat. As she bent to pick up her phone, she froze. Soft, childlike giggle floated through the room, clear as a bell. Trembling, Emily cracked open her door. The corridor was empty, lit only by a faint glow from antique sconces. But the air carried a faint, unmistakable scent of lavender. She shut the door, locked it, and stayed awake until dawn. Every creak of the old house sounding like footsteps. At checkout, Emily couldn't resist asking about the giggle. She approached a staff member, an older woman with kind eyes. He confirmed that room 101 is a hotspot for activity. Some believe it's a child from the Paxton era, or perhaps a later resident whose spirit lingers. She pointed to a framed photo in the lobby. Emily's breath caught. The girl's eyes seemed to pierce through her. The staff member also mentioned Hannah Paxton, whose presence is felt in sudden cold spots and the scent of lavender. Emily hadn't told anyone about the lavender smell. As she left, she glanced at a photo she'd taken of room 101's window the previous night. In the corner, barely noticeable, was a faint orb of light, something she hadn't seen when she snapped the picture. So, what's haunting the Let's dig into its history. John Paxton, a wealthy businessman, built the mansion for his family. Hannah outlived her husband and children, living alone in the sprawling estate. Some say her grief anchors her spirit to the property. The young girl is harder to pin down, possibly a Paxton child or a guest from the estate's later years as a boarding house. Locals report other phenomena, doors locking on their own, glasses shattering in the dining room. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs at the Madrona, including whispers and, yes, a child's laugh. Could Emily's experience be Hannah Paxton, the mysterious girl, or something else entirely? The lavender scent and the orb in her photo. Emily's story is just one of many from the Madrona, a place where history and the paranormal intertwine. We want to hear from you. Have you stayed at the Madrona or another haunted spot in wine country? Drop your stories in the comments and let us know if we should investigate Heldsburg ourselves. Emily, thank you for sharing your chilling tale. We're sending you a Cold World file sticker for your bravery.